see whether they can find themselves a couple of quick flurry of frags to kick things off, as they will be just facing towards door. But it's going to be Calix just doing the damage. Will take down Lin with a very decisive headshot, doing the work with the USP. Unfortunately, it feels like, well, the jig is up. They've got themselves on towards the B site. They're still going to be playing for the plant nonetheless. But Dark Passage, well, they're no means able to contest this one just yet.
Well, yeah, and the more interesting thing is they've gone for what looked a bit like a retake strategy without getting a kit. So this actually gives a huge chance for Fennec here to actually make a big impact. Already we're going to see Jada find a nice kill, but it will be quickly traded out as Tokmak manages to do the damage, and, well, just trying to play this one nice and passive. There goes GG finding one, and it's just trades all the way across the board at this point in time. Tokmak finding another, and it just leaves Jada. He's got to try and stop this defuse at some point. They are just going to be holding this one down, holding the angles as well, and it's just not going to happen. Calix will close this round out, and that's going to be Dark Passage on the board. That really is the money-making weapon, and of course the shotgun, we already know how good this can be over towards the sort of drop-down position. Spray down coming in across the board at the moment, though, as Calix makes everything look easy, and Mako combines to make that a quick, easy round. Yeah, they're going to try and pull off this split, hold off any rotations, using Robin as that sort of anchor point to stop anybody getting through. But now they're just going to go pushing onto long, and they line up. They get a couple of kills. Suzuki doing so much work with the UMP. No trade available just yet, as he now has himself the triple already. In the meantime, we'll see the lurker of Robin get taken down, and it looks like Suzuki is going to be there ready to get himself the quad. Missed shots across the board, and that will be a nice, easy round in the end, considering how it began. Now, we do see this late push onto the A site. They've got to try and find these frags quickly, and already Wox is going to be combining. Lin will trade one back, but it's still just this AWP rattling shots away, able to do so much. Tok already being able to trade things back. It will be a couple of kills, though. It's getting a little bit late in the round, but finally they may be able to get themselves one. It's going to be a 3 versus 2. Calix and Mako trying to bring this one back. The position of Calix is not a bad one. You have to remember he's yet to die, which is quite phenomenal when we're going into this sort of 7th round scenario. Either way, still looking at what they can do. They both have kits. Only one flashbang between them. Not going to be anything too crazy in terms of what utility they can use, but definitely looking at these after plants position. Robin going to get caught out. The positions are not being held too well. Mako going to find another one. It's all down to Aero, the coach with the ult. That's a nice no-scope, though. Looking to try and do a little bit more. He's got one more to find. It's not going to happen, but do they have time to get the bomb? It's going to be ticking away very, very quickly. May just be able to get it, and that's heartbreaking. I'm really worried for them at this stage. They need to step up in this round, at least do some more damage to the economy, but already Woxic stepping up big. He's playing so confidently at the moment. Just close and personal. Going to find himself the second already. We have some support. No scope makes it a third, and looking for the 4th and final kill, but not quite going to be there. It's all down to one. Robin will manage to get 1 kill, but that is it. They have passion. They believe, and well, they were going to one very much open-minded, but unfortunately, having passion and feeling the game and really just putting everything you've got into the game sometimes still just doesn't bear any results, and well, that's what we're witnessing now. We do see a nice pick coming with the pistols, but even though they still have a hefty jump in front of them, they have gained themselves a rifle. That could be rather fruitful. And it's going to be just Tokmak mowing them down. Calix finding himself another. Jada will pick up one, taking down Calix. Quick on the trade. They still just seem to be crumbling. Crossfire set up there over towards the drop-down position has left them in a problematic scenario. It leaves just Lin left to try and fight this one back. Tokmak already with a triple. Flashbang will give away the position of Lin as well. The footstep's going to make it even more known, and the factor is the bomb is down. Should be holding a crossfire on this setup, and Tokmak doesn't even need it. He gets a quad kill in a similar sort of economy basis, meaning Fennec are just going to be walking in basically blind, and, well, this is just absolute destruction. Tokmak stepping up big again with a triple kill, but nice easy frag for him all the way through. Tokmak stepped up huge and just been spraying down players left, right, and center. And, well, now Suzuki, it looks like he's about to add a few more kills to his fragging tally. And she's going to be holding the close angle, finds seemingly all of them, makes it 3. Can he even go for 4? Well, it seems so. Just another headshot being delivered to the crane with Robin. And at this point, we're now at 12-1. Maybe they're here to prove a point, or maybe they are here to prove that they can be the second best team within their region, just very close to Space Soldiers and such. Now these rifles aren't playing the closer angles. One will be caught off guard. It will be Tokmak to fall for the handle of Tech 9. Woxic though coming in with a close range AWP shots. Just dropping them right where they stand. They have so much potential to find a frag here, but they're just still not quite connecting the shots. Finally, he will be taken down by the hands of a pistol. But then it's all just a little too late. He's found a 1 versus 3. Will pick off 1. Really, guns that should be going up close and personal will be those 2 SMGs. The P90 even being actually better at those mid-ranges fights. But we are going to be seeing it do some work. It will find himself 1. Woxic quick on the trade. Actually going to make it 2. Picks up the P90. That's huge right there, as now they're just going to be bowing out towards drop on towards the B site. Robin just going to be completely isolated. Now we're looking at a 3 versus 1. Fennec, they may have walked away with a pistol round, but it all seems to be just falling apart. The same narrative unfolding as Aero, he's the last man remaining in a 1 versus 3.
And he might have an SMG, but at this point, it still feels like he's just got his back shoved up against the wall. A bit of an impossible scenario.
Yeah, no, absolutely massive round coming out from WESG, combining with
this match, so there's not too much we can really read into just yet. Of course, the one major factor is the fact that Dark Passage, they have the pure economical as well as just firepower advantage. There is no way to gloss over this. Bravado, for the most part, just keeping USPs in play. Really only 2 pistols being brought up. That'll be the P250 and Deagle. But even then, there is nothing there to aid them. It's just going to be flat out relying on hitting a couple of shots, looking to maybe even find 1 frag. But even that may be just a tad hopeful.
Yeah, and well, this is that straight up reset now for Bravado. They've got to try and make this work. They will actually find a kill. Elusive with the Deeg doing the damage. And now we're going to see the remaining T players go aggressively onto this B site. Going to be pushing into a little bit of a crossfire, but already quickly cleaning up these kills. Goals is in a decent spot to try and find at least a frag, but he's now shooting away. Should have given away his position, and eventually he will get taken down by the P250. Ace actually coming in onto Tokmak, so completely cleaning up that round individually.
Elusive dropped to just 15 HP. Cutting this one fairly close. Mako got to find one of his own. We'll take down Sonic. And this is the spray that I'm looking for. Mako got to find another. Tokmak just actually being impactless. That's a bit disappointing, but look at the clock, as they will cut it fairly close, but Calyx, he is nowhere nearby to stop this plant from going down. And now he's in a 1 versus 3, playing for the sake of their economy.
If he can get this kill, there is still a chance, but it looks like he's not even going to be going for this one. Slowly begins to fall back. Almost getting caught out by Detronine, who goes for the slight peek. Calyx will get himself one, and I think if he knew the HP, he may actually opt to go for this now. It looks like he's had other ideas. Black Poison, the only one left, sort of goes for a bit of a peek. Only has 2 HP himself, so has to be very careful, and already goes for the peek. Black Poison is there, and a worthy effort. Now. Bravado have got their lead back after the initial 2 rounds, and now 5 in a row. It will be Calyx to open things up over towards that B site, looking to really dominate, but it's not going to be the case. A quick trade brings back the kill. It will be, again, a couple more kills coming the way, and still just going to be that 3 versus 3 scenario. Tokmak very low on HP. Suzuki needed to connect that shot, and that's actually going to give away his position. In the meantime, we will see the bomb going down as the flames burn away at the corpse of one of the CT players. Already Elusive going to be looking at his way back into this round. Calyx going to grab another and a second, stepping up big in this one, and leaving just Elusive to try and bring this back. Tokmak, he's got to play passive here. He only has himself 1 HP. Has to be very careful. Calyx waiting with the AWP. Quad kill for him. Takes a 7th round for Dark Passage.
But he's going to fall off back towards that close right bench position. The push going to be barreling out. There's the first. Will get punished. Taken down by Calyx towards the end of things. But even then, these pistols, they're just going to be shot out. But Calyx, he's actually going to deliver a second headshot. Takes down Sticker. And this is where things get a little bit more scary.
Yeah, already looking like the team may be able to pull this one off. They get to get the bomb down, and it is slightly dropped. Looking to see whether or not they can pull this round back already. We see the CTs grab themselves a kill. Looking like a second, but WESG will peek into the angle and find it. Now looking for the cross, but the bomb is still down. WESG not going to be able to grab that one as Morph ends his life, and now it's all down to Calyx. He just has himself the Tech 9, doesn't have too much to play with, has to try and tap away, picks up the AK though, now goes for the spray. They do line up briefly, gets the first, now looking for a little bit more. Breaker has the AWP and is going to finish him off, but Jesus, that was close, and Dark Passage almost make it work. It's coming to a point where they may only need 5 rounds on their CT side, which should be easy enough. They managed to do better than that against the Bravado side. It will be a couple of frags coming in, but the T's end up on top. And more from Mako. He finds himself 3. It's all going to come down to 1 more if he's got a clutch of 1 versus 4, and he's not even going to get the chance to get 1 as Suzuki clutches out that round. Same can be said for the winner of this. And then, of course, the last matchup is just whether or not we see the first place going to Bravado already. Calyx, he's going to be stepping up huge, finds himself a triple kill. Suzuki and Ko will combine as Calyx actually gets a quad overall. Now they're 2 rounds away. They clean up the Tech 9.
Take a look at the buys. Yes, they're fairly balanced, but already the aggression is just going to roll on in. But they're going to get taken down by Calyx. While Flash finds the second frag. While Flash on. That's the huge factor. Making it 3, takes down Sticker. And what on earth can they even possibly do? It's just 1 player. Carry, he's the last man remaining. And unfortunately, Calyx, well, he's on full speed to make it nice.
Yeah, no, he's been absolutely phenomenal throughout this half. I think that may have brought him up to, what, 12, 13, 14 kills to 1 death. And he is going to ace it. He is going to close this game down.